Okay, so which biscuit have you got? Let's see. Can I see the other side? Because usually they're the same. Is it rich tea? Okay. Can you break a tiny bit and place on your tongue? That is a large bit. Yes. Are you now chewing it anyhow? Or are you sucking on it? Do you want to chew it a bit because it might not melt so easily? Is anything happening differently?
Remember, I said it needs a minute.
Yeah.
Nothing's happening so far.
Okay. No, take your time.
Starting to taste a bit different.
It's starting to taste of
A bit different.
how different?
It doesn't taste like it normally does.
How does it normally taste and what's the difference?
Doesn't taste, wait.
Just chew on it, but then don't swallow it. Just let it play around your tongue.
Oh, it's sweet.
Is it?
It was a bit sweet.
Ah.
Yeah, it's actually turning a bit sweet.
So it has taken a little bit longer. Why? You can't swallow it.
I'm not swallowing it. It's actually going sweet now.
Is it too sweet for you?
No?
Oh, okay. You can swallow it, I guess.
Okay.
Have you got water?
I'll let him have water.
How was that?
Oh, it's good.
Yeah. So you could do that with different food groups and just see which ones change their taste to sweet when they're in your mouth.
Like this biscuit.
Yeah, and some other things as well. Perhaps you can have what? Vegetables. You could have popcorn without any salt and without any sugar. You could have other things that you eat, meat, and just chew on it and see whether it actually becomes sweet in your mouth.
Before.
Have you?
It doesn't go sweet.
Okay, so perhaps it needs to have something in order to become sweet, as you said, a carbohydrate of some sort.
The biscuit definitely went sweet. I did it just one more time to see whether it was actually.
Yeah.
It definitely did go sweet.
Fantastic. So now we get that amylase in your saliva is breaking down the carbohydrate in the biscuit. Yeah. And we now also know that there is one food group called carbohydrates, which are broken down by amylase.
Yes, with the starch.
Yes. So we'll look at other food groups as well, and we'll try and classify food groups using our taste buds.
Oh yeah, we could. So you could do some, and I could do some.
Well, I don't think I would like to eat in front of the camera, but
No, I'm saying like we can do it in our free time.
oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. We can do that as an experiment without. And lipase breaks down. Do you know what it breaks down? If we move on to the enzymes,
I don't know what it breaks down.
fats.
Oh,
Yeah.
It breaks down fat.
So it breaks down like large fat. It doesn't completely fully breaks it down. It just breaks it down enough for it to start the digestion process so that it can then be fully digested.
I'm trying really hard to control the urge not to eat biscuit.
Eat your biscuit, all of it. You can. Sorry. I know. Anyhow, Joe, I think we've been talking for almost an hour. We'll need to end it there. Otherwise, it can end up not productive. Can we review
for 1 hour and 3 minutes?
Oh, good. So once you finish your biscuit, we'll quickly review what we've talked about today. Oh, where are the salivary glands? So we have, I'm going to write this at the top actually here. I'm going to delete the word salivary glands and move it to this side a bit. And then we have 3 pairs of salivary glands. You can tell me where they are. Do you know where any of them are? What's that place? Yeah. So do you know what it's called, that place? Parotid. When we say pair, Joe, do you understand what we mean?
Yes, I know what a pair is.
Okay, so it means on either side. We also have them under the tongue. Oh, now I was supposed to ask you, where else are they? Under the tongue, yeah. And those are called sublingual. Lingual, yeah. And then we also have them somewhere else. What do you think they are?
Finish the biscuit now.
Was it a good biscuit?
Really, really sweet.
Because you kept it in your mouth for a long time.
Is it there?
Sort of there.
Is it there?
And no, that's your throat. So they would have been throat. Yeah, more there.
That's what I meant. I was pointing there. I was pointing like around here.
So they are called submandibular. You don't need to remember the words, just as long as you remember where they are. Salivary glands.
Lip. Hey, I've just noticed lip things. Lip.
Yeah.
Wait, so what if people notice? This is for people who do not know anything about science.
Yeah.
So what if they thought lipase? Wait, but did that mean that's in the lip? Wouldn't people start to think that it's in the lip?
Well, I suppose I've never thought of it like that, but as if you see the word it's not lip, it's lipase. So if you saw that, I suppose the 3 first letters, you could think that. But if you saw A's, as we were saying, then you must think...
I'm saying for someone who does not know anything about
I suppose it's possible. But for those who know science, they'll see the word A's and think...
Oh yeah, it's an enzyme.
Yeah.
How come an enzyme doesn't have A's?
The word enzyme?
Yeah,
because it's a word. It's not a name of an enzyme. These are names of enzymes.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, saliva has a little bit of mucus.
Of course they do. Like your lungs have mucus, your nose has mucus. Why do so many things have mucus?
Because mucus is important for defenses, to fight microbes, pathogens, remember? How do you want me to Describe what mucus does.
In a way that I would understand.
How would you understand it?
In metaphor.
Well, if I say it's part of the immune system and it fights things like, microbes that attack your body. Yes, Joe.
So you mean basically that? So this is how you would say. This is how you would say it in a imaginative way. So
Yeah.
let's say the mucus. So you say it's part of the immune system. The immune system can be like a police group.
Yeah.
And then the microbes, which are the bacteria, viruses, and that stuff. The bad microbes. The police, the bad microbes are the criminals, and the police need to try and get the criminals.
Yes. So what the mucus does, it traps the criminals in order for them to be attacked by the immune system. Yeah.
Or the immune system.
Yeah. So the mucus help with the trapping, which gives time for the police to get there. So if you think, say if you created a sticky surface.
Oh, like slime.
Yeah, if criminals were there and you poured down slime, they would all fall over and they wouldn't be able to get up and run away. Then the police will arrive and catch them.
Because when they ring, they'll be like, oh.
Yeah.
They can actually get stuck together if the slime hardens.
Absolutely. So that's the importance of mucus. And we have it because...
I respect you, mucus.
Respect mucus. Mucus deserves a lot of respect from you. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What would happen if you didn't have salivary glands?
You wouldn't produce saliva. Oh, I should ask you, what do you think would happen if someone didn't have salivary glands?
Wouldn't it mean that the food would be really dry, so it wouldn't be able to get down the esophagus?
Absolutely, yes. So it means,
But that means you could choke.
Absolutely. There are conditions and diseases that stop saliva being produced.
Oh, and what would happen if you didn't have mucus?
What do you think would happen?
That the microbes wouldn't be able to get trapped, and then I feel like I'm gonna sneeze.
Oh, okay. Sneeze.
Okay, I don't need to sneeze anymore.
Okay.
So the microbes wouldn't be able to get.
I don't know. It's frozen.
Would be able to escape.
Okay, because they wouldn't be trapped. Yep. So you can actually start to put all these concepts together by just thinking about them imaginatively, like you said. So you do need your saliva and your mucus in order to do those things. And usually when people have problems and they're not producing saliva, you can prescribe saliva. It is artificial saliva. It's not saliva from another person. It's saliva that's made in the lab.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and it comes as a spray.
Oh, good. Because just that I thought. So this is my picture.
Yeah.
They give you a bottle. It's full of another person's saliva. Then you have to drink it, or even worse. So you would have to hire a person to live with you, and then they would be like spit saliva with you.
Do you think that would be a good idea now?
No?
To have a person who's absolutely hired to be spitting into someone's mouth. if you were my spitting person, you'd be like, Joe, come and spit into my mouth. I need to eat some food. Do you think that's a good idea?
Really, really good. Really good at black.
Yeah. Joe, it's spitting time. I need to eat my food.
Boys, let me just clean my mouth. Okay, I'm ready.
But what about the bacteria that's inside your mouth? Because people have their own bacteria, that's not harmful. So it means that you'll be giving it to me.
That would mean you would be losing your own your own good bacteria.
Or, alternatively, I'll become sick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So perhaps not
That's
so...
why I said you clean your mouth really, really well.
You couldn't clean all the bacteria all the time, particularly, if it lives within you. Yeah. And saliva also have... Oh yeah, did you want to ask a question? Oh yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
They also have enzymes like amylase and lipase, and they also have mucus.
Yeah. And obviously it also has... It's made of water. And it also has one other important thing that you need to know even at this early age. It's called IgA, and it's an antibody that kills. Remember, if you are trapping, you need something to attack. So shall I write it as antibody?
I will not understand what antibody is.
Also, you don't understand what antibody is. Okay, don't worry about it. So it has a first line of fighting.
Oh, like an army, like your own personal army.
Yeah, but this one is a sort of like the first battalion, you know, the first ones that go into fight. They are not the hardcore ones. The hardcore ones come in later.
Yeah, but because the hardcore ones, you wanted... So because this is how a general would think.
Yeah.
Okay, so you weak ones go into battle and then you'll save the really, really strong ones for later.
Yeah,
No!
absolutely. So absolutely. So if the weak ones can, you know, manage that, why send your big guns? Save the big guns for later, right?
Yeah, because if you send out the big guns and then there's no... Because then they would be weakened and you would have to keep on using the weak ones, and then you might lose the battle and then the bacteria would infect you and then...
End of the story, yeah. So, I think we'll probably leave it there for today.
Yeah.
So today we've discussed the mouth, essentially. We've talked about the jaw, the two parts of the jaw.
The upper jaw and the lower jaw.
Yeah.
And also the teeth are
Embedded.
embedded in
What word is easy for you to remember? The teeth are in the jaw.
Yeah, in the jaw.
Okay.
I was thinking of saying engraved.
Oh yeah, engraved. I suppose, yeah, that could work.
The reason I said, oh no, never mind, is because engraved, it would be like in a tombstone, you engrave something.
Yeah.
You engrave a writing like rest in peace or R.I.P.
I know. So perhaps if we say they're in the jaw, and then we've talked about the gum as well. We've talked about diseases of...
We've mainly focused on the teeth and gums.
Yeah.
And also the salivary glands.
Yeah, but we're taking it from our list there to say this is what we've talked about in terms of teeth. And yesterday you had obviously mentioned how many teeth we have and the type of teeth, so we didn't cover that today because you already know it really well. Are you there? Because I feel like I'm talking to myself if you're not answering.
Oh, I'm here.
Yeah. Remember, we're recording, so we need to move things fast without playing around. So we've talked about the tongue as well.
Yeah.
To say what the tongue is and what it does. For example, what does it do?
I've been saying like the tongue is it's a muscle.
Yeah. And what does it do? One function.
Control.
What does it do? What function does it play?
It hurts.
Yeah, absolutely. Without a tongue, you wouldn't be able to speak, essentially. And then we've talked about the taste buds as well on the tongue.
They can taste, the main ones is sweet, sour, salty, and bitter.
Yes, fantastic. And it sends the message to the
brain using the nerves.
Fantastic.
Or the nervous system.
Fantastic. So you already know about the nervous system as well. Well, that there is a nervous system, you are aware. That's good. And then we've talked about the salivary glands.
Yep.
But we have 3 pairs. And what do? They
produce saliva, which is amylase. Lipase, mucus, and IgA, which is like your own personal army. The mucus are the people who the criminals, which are bacteria, and the lipase helps break down fat, and the amylase helps break down starch to sugar. And also, saliva is made out of H2O, which is basically a scientific word for water.
Fantastic. And so we can tick salivary glands.
Yes, and so now we need to do. I don't really know why do we need to do esophagus.
Because if we talk about it quickly, obviously it helps you to move the food from the mouth to the.
Yeah, listen. So this is just to show people what the esophagus is.
Yeah. So we will need to cover it. Yeah, I know. I agree. Yeah, but since you've drawn an esophagus, why don't you then insert the stomach and the mouth as well?
Okay, so the mouth is just going to be there. Open food comes in. Just going to make it a nice little sandwich. Or burger. Yep, there's the mouth. Move it down to the esophagus, and over the glands there. Okay, the esophagus, the stomach acid.
Yeah, but we haven't discussed that. Can I see what you've written then?
This is just a quick.
I know. What?
If I had more time.
Oh no, it doesn't matter. Oh no, move it to this side. Oh yeah. Can I sit down at the bottom? Ah, well done. Oh, that's a burger. What is that?
There.
Yeah, is that a burger that someone is eating?
Yes.
Ooh, and it goes down.
From the esophagus to the stomach, which is about the size of your, and then
Yeah. So then that's where we're going to move on to from tomorrow. Shall we?
So are we doing like 3 at a time?
It depends because this one was essentially the mouth, so it was easy to just cover them all, and you knew about the teeth, so we didn't really need to cover much about the teeth. We only covered what a tooth looks like and the diseases because you had not covered that at school. Yes. And we looked at the salivary glands as well quickly because we hadn't covered that. And we looked at the tongue.
Yeah. About that?
Huh?
Also because I wanted to learn about that.
Yes, so we were trying to fill in the blanks of the things that you hadn't done. So that's why we were able to cover 3 things at once. But in the future, perhaps when you talk about something like the stomach, which is really large and that has a lot of function, it might take a little bit longer. And well done. And it will only be one thing. I can see the small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus and the poo coming out. Well done. So you've done that already.
From the diagram.
Okay, fantastic. So we'll move on, Joe.
Okay.
Tomorrow, not today. Let me turn off the camera, then we can just chat.